Sometimes the person you love walks away. Sometimes they choose someone else. And in those moments, your heart tells you that you lost. But listen carefully. A person can leave your life physically and still never emotionally escape you. Why? Because real connection is rare, real energy is unforgettable. And when someone loses a good woman or a strong person who truly loved them, life has a way of reminding them what they gave up. This is not about chasing. This is about becoming so powerful, so focused, and so valuable that your absence becomes louder than your presence ever was. The biggest mistake people make after heartbreak is running after someone who already decided to walk away. The moment they feel ignored, replaced, or abandoned, they panic. They start sending long messages, checking social media every hour, begging for explanations, and trying to prove their worth to someone who is no longer valuing their presence. But the truth is, chasing someone rarely brings respect. In most cases, it pushes people even further away because desperation weakens attraction. When someone knows they can leave and still have full access to your attention, your energy, and your emotions, or they stop fearing the loss of you. Real power begins the moment you stop chasing and start focusing on yourself. Silence is not weakness. Silence is emotional control. The moment you stop reacting to every post, every text, and every emotional trigger, you begin taking your power back. Instead of crying over who left, start building the version of yourself that no longer needs validation from anyone. Focus on your health, your confidence, your goals, your peace, and your future. Start pouring the same love you gave to others back into yourself. People always notice when someone they expected to stay broken starts glowing differently. They notice when your energy changes. They notice when you stop begging for attention and start protecting your peace. That confidence creates curiosity. Your absence becomes louder because they expected you to keep chasing forever. The strongest thing you can do after heartbreak is to rise quietly. No revenge, no drama, no desperation, just growth. Because nothing makes someone rethink losing you more than seeing you become stronger, happier, and more valuable without them. Just because someone is with another person does not automatically mean you forgot I forgot you. One of the biggest misunderstandings after heartbreak is believing that a new relationship instantly erases emotional memories. In reality, many people rush into new connections not because they are fully healed, but because they are trying to escape loneliness, guilt, pain, or emptiness. Temporary distractions may cover emotions for a while, but they cannot permanently silence genuine feelings. Deep connections leave emotional fingerprints that are difficult to remove. At first, everything in a new relationship may seem exciting. New attention creates temporary happiness. New conversations feel refreshing. But over time, reality begins to replace excitement. The comparison starts happening naturally. People begin remembering the little things they once ignored: the loyalty, the patience, the emotional support, the peace, and the genuine care they received from someone who truly loved them. Many only recognize value after they no longer have access to it. That is why you should never destroy yourself trying to compete with someone else. Your worth is not reduced because another person entered the picture. Real love is not about being replaced like an object. Genius or any emotional connection is rare, and rare things are not forgotten easily. The energy you brought into someone's life, the way you made them feel understood, appreciated, and supported, stays in their memory much longer than temporary excitement. The worst thing you can do is obsess over the new person and compare yourself constantly. Comparison destroys confidence. Instead, focus on becoming emotionally stronger and mentally peaceful. Let time reveal the truth. Many people realize too late that what they lost was real. And when the excitement fades and life becomes ordinary again, memories of genuine love often return stronger than expected. People feel your energy before they fully listen to your words. You can pretend to be confident, pretend to be happy, and pretend to have moved on, but energy never lies. When your energy is filled with desperation, fear, sadness, and emotional dependence, people naturally begin pulling away. But when your energy becomes calm, confident, peaceful, and self-respecting, your entire presence changes. You become magnetic without forcing anything. After heartbreak, many people lose themselves completely. They stop taking care of their body. They or our goals and their mental peace because they become obsessed with someone else's attention. They wake up thinking about who left them instead of focusing on who they are becoming. But the moment you shift your focus from chasing love to building yourself, everything starts changing internally and externally. Start investing in yourself again. Improve your mindset. Work on your confidence. Learn new skills. Take care of your appearance. Spend time with people who uplift you. Pray, heal, grow, and become emotionally stronger. The goal is not to make someone jealous. The goal is to become so strong within yourself that your happiness no longer depends on another person's presence. Confidence created through healing is powerful because it is real. When someone sees that you are no longer broken by their absence, they begin seeing you differently. Your calmness becomes attractive. Your discipline becomes attractive. Your silence becomes attractive. People are naturally drawn toward those who value themselves. The strongest message you can ever send someone is not anger, revenge, or emotional begging. The strongest message is showing that even after pain, you continued becoming better. Or that kind of energy cannot be ignored. It leaves a lasting impression because it shows emotional maturity and inner strength. Sometimes people come back not because you chased them, but because your transformation made them realize they underestimated your value from the beginning. Sometimes people do not fully appreciate your value while they still have easy access to you. When your love, attention, loyalty, and emotional support are always available, they begin assuming you will never leave no matter how they treat you. Human nature often ignores what feels guaranteed. That is why many people only understand the importance of someone after losing them. The moment you stop constantly texting, stop over-explaining yourself, and stop proving your worth every day, something changes psychologically. Your absence creates space for reflection. Suddenly, the person who once took your effort for granted starts noticing the silence. They notice the missing good morning messages, the emotional support, the loyalty, the care, and the comfort you brought into their life. What once felt ordinary begins feeling rare because it is no longer available. Many people act strong after a breakup, or pretend they moved on quickly. They distract themselves with attention, friends, social media, or even another relationship. But deep down, loss has a way of teaching lessons that comfort never could. At night, when life becomes quiet and distractions fade away, memories begin returning. People start replaying conversations, moments, sacrifices, and emotional connections they once ignored. This is why emotional self-respect is powerful. The moment you stop tolerating disrespect and stop chasing someone who is not valuing you, you create consequences for their actions, not through revenge or anger, but through your absence. Your silence becomes a mirror, forcing them to realize what they lost. Never believe that constantly begging for love increases your importance in someone's life. Respect grows when people understand they can actually lose access to you. The more you value yourself, the more others recognize your value too. Sometimes losing a good person becomes the biggest emotional wake-up call someone ever experiences. And by the time they realize it, the damage is already done. Nothing captures attention more powerfully than personal transformation. After heartbreak, man. Or why people sit in pain for months asking themselves why they were not enough. They replay old conversations, blame themselves for everything, and wait for someone else to return before they allow themselves to feel happy again. But the truth is, your life should never stop because someone failed to recognize your value. Pain can either destroy you or build you. The decision is yours. Some people allow heartbreak to turn them bitter, insecure, and emotionally weak. Others use that same pain as fuel to become stronger, wiser, healthier, and more successful. The people who grow after suffering always become unforgettable because transformation creates a different kind of confidence. Instead of focusing all your energy on who left, start focusing on who you are becoming. Build your body, strengthen your mindset, chase your goals, start the business idea you kept delaying. Learn skills that improve your future. Spend time healing emotionally instead of seeking constant validation online. Every day you invest in yourself, you slowly rebuild your confidence from within. The most attractive thing about success is not money, status, or appearance. It is the energy that comes from self-responsibility, or ECT and discipline. When someone sees that you turn pain into progress instead of destruction, they begin seeing you differently. They realize you were stronger than they thought. Your growth forces people to recognize the value they once overlooked. Many people expect heartbreak to break you permanently. They expect you to stay emotionally attached, sad, and stuck in the past. But when they see you evolving, smiling again, becoming confident, and creating a better life without them, it creates a powerful emotional impact. Your success becomes proof that losing you did not destroy your future. It became the reason you discovered your true strength and potential. You cannot force someone to love you, miss you, or recognize your value before they are emotionally ready. One of the hardest lessons in life is understanding that timing matters just as much as feelings. Sometimes two people genuinely care about each other, but emotional immaturity, fear, ego, confusion, or life circumstances pull them apart. That does not always mean the connection was fake. It simply means some lessons still needed to be learned. Many people try to control outcomes after heartbreak. They constantly see, heck messages, search for signs, and pressure situations that should naturally unfold with time. But real connections do not need to be forced every single day to survive. If the bond was truly meaningful, memories will remain alive no matter how much distance exists between two people. Time has a powerful way of revealing truth. As months pass, emotions become clearer. People begin understanding what truly mattered to them and what was only temporary excitement. The mistakes they ignored become visible. The loyalty they once overlooked suddenly feels rare. Sometimes separation creates the reflection that closeness never could. This is why patience and self-control are important after losing someone. Do not spend your life waiting, but also do not panic if life separates you from someone you deeply connected with. Continue growing, continue healing, continue building your future. Let life unfold naturally instead of trying to force every answer immediately. If the connection was genuine, there will always be emotional echoes left behind. Certain conversations, memories, laughter, and feelings stay with people for years. And many times after experiencing different people and or someone eventually realizes that what they lost was difficult to replace. But by the time they return, something important changes within you too. You become wiser, stronger, and more emotionally aware. The focus is no longer only about whether they come back. The focus becomes whether they still deserve a place in the new life and stronger mindset you created after surviving the pain.